Well, hey everybody, I'm Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside, and welcome to As Above, So Below, a rune and tarot divination for Monday, the 18th day of December, 2023. Well, it has been foggy every single day here for, I don't know, the last few days. It's just total pea soup out there. It's like we're living in the valley or something instead of, at 3,000 feet above sea level. Fog's kind of cool though. Sometimes we get the ice fog, and it makes the trees look really cool with all the frost all over them. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started taking the significator runes for the reading. If I can get one to finally end up in my hand here. Here we go. Oh, we have Ingus. Now, in another version of the Elder Futhark, it can be written as two X's, one on top of the other. Looks like a little DNA strand. And Ingus is about the seed. It's a sudden release of energy into creation, essentially. It could be anything from a garden seed exploding and beginning to grow, fertility of any kind. But basically, or even new ideas, you can feel them gelling, and then all of a sudden you come up with this great inspiration. It's that energy, that higher awareness energy, soul type of energy that is really the energy behind Ingus. And so you can see it just looks like a little seed, and all of this pressure builds and builds and builds, and there it goes. It can mean inclusion, potential, genetic inheritance. Again, if you're looking at it as the dual X version of it, it could be potential, grounding, inner focus. If you paired it with, if you were doing a rune reading where you had more than one rune, you drew Isa, for example, that would be the focused, concentrated energy, and then this would be the manifestation of it. Same with Hagalas or Nathis; those both have the same type of transformative. They're the three Norn runes in the Elder Futhark, and so they have very transformative energy to them. And so again, if you paired it with Ingus here, this would be the manifestation part of it. So something is gelling for you today. Something is coming into play. Maybe it could even be something that was born out of a group experience. Maybe we've been dealing a lot with that lately. Either trying to learn how to do that, collaborate with others, or and then last time it was a little bit different. We had Hagalas and Populus for the runes, and then we had the Four of Cups, the Tower, and the Empress for Thursday's reading. So again, transformation maybe in a group way. Maybe that the type of transformation you need relies on the group. In other words, it's just this could be another extension of it, or maybe not. We're not going to know though until, let me do the other rune. I'm already starting doing the cards here. Monday. I don't know. Let me do the other rune here for the Geomancy rune for the below side. So Ingus would be the higher self side or the above side, and then the ego side would be we've got Fortuna Major here. That would be the below side of things, or the ego side of things. Fortuna Major and Fortuna Minor are the complements here. This is Fortuna Major, if I can find it here in the little bowl here. I see Minor. I can just turn that upside down if I want to, because it's here somewhere. Well, oh, there. Okay. This is Fortuna Major. This would be Minor. It has to do with fortune, positive outcomes. But this would be greater fortune. With Fortuna Minor, it's the progression toward that. So it's the process you take that's successful, that leads to then the greater fortune of Fortuna Major. So this would be like the windfall at the end, whereas the other one would be progressively. And it would, again, process over goal, like Rado would be, the rune Rado would be. But here we have passive influences for fire and air. You see the two dots at the two levels here, and then an active there for water and earth. And so this is very, if you pair it with Ingus, whatever is beginning here, the implication is that it's going to be successful, whatever this involves. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cards, and I've already been shuffling for a while, so just shuffle a little bit more here, and then we'll cut the deck and we'll take the last half of the deck to draw the 3 cards. If we need more, we'll take them, but typically we can get by with just 3. But sometimes I'll be reading and it'll be like, okay, there's something missing here, so I'll take another card. Now, here we have well, we have 1 card from Earth, which is Pentacles, 1 from Wands, which is Fire, and 1 from Cups, which is Pentacles, Wands, and then Water with Cups. Absent then from the reading, because it's only a 3-card reading, obviously, is Air, which would be Swords. But right now we're looking at a numerology of 10, which reduces to 1, and plus with Ingu's being the 22nd, I'm hesitant to... Ingo's is the 22nd root of the Elder Futhark. I don't want to put that into an overall numerology for the reading. And the reason is because 22 is a master number. And when we're talking about the cosmic builder, which is the 22, we're talking about profound soul level change or manifestation. And so something is happening that's profound today. Again, with Ingu's, it's a very powerful rune. Anything that brings forth life is... it's an earth element rune. So if you want to look at a little bit of dominance with earth here, we can do that. Between the rune and the cards. Usually I don't do that unless there's like a run on Pentacles or a run on more. In a run, that just means more than 1 card. If we have a couple of major arcana cards, that'd be a run on major arcana cards. So it gives it a little more power, a little more weight in terms of the energetic influence of the reading. But I think that I'm going to leave the cards in the order that I drew them. I'm never committed to that when I draw out cards. Usually it's here are the cards. Let's see what sense we can make of them. But I think for this, I'm going to leave it this way. We already know that whatever you're bringing into manifestation is going to be successful. So we know that with the runes today. And let's begin with the Ace of Pentacles. Here we see a hand reaching out from a cloud like we do in all ace cards in the Rider-Waite. This is the Rider-Waite deck, and it's holding a large coin. You see some energy emitting from the hand. So this is typically the unseen hand of spirit. And with the Ace of Pentacles, aces are said to contain all of the elements of the entire suit as sort of the genesis of. So any ace card is going to align extremely well with Ingu's. And so obviously a new path is opening here, that you're going to manifest something new perhaps. We see lilies on the sides here of the pathway. And we see the hedgerow here, and then the archway that's grown over it there. We see some mountains in the background. Nothing really influencing the sky. The sky's all gray in this particular rendition of Ace of Pentacles. And so basically it's higher awareness that's setting you on a new path. There could be challenges, which is fine. I mean, you're not going to learn anything if there isn't. If it's too easy, you need that sort of tension there of challenge that makes you think and makes you think about new opportunities or new options or new strategy or whatever, right? To make whatever you're doing successful. But Pentacles is about our physical reality, and it's about money, about financial security, material security. But I mean, it can really apply to everything in your life, the whole nuts and bolts of it, education, home, family, all of that. Whatever's your foundation, your structure of your life, basically, what's your life look like? That's Pentacles. And so something is obviously coming into play here, that you can then use to manifest a new opportunity for yourself, or to see a new opportunity, go for it. Maybe it's a new job, maybe who knows what it is. It's gonna differ depending on who's listening to the reading as to how this might apply. But just know that there's something new that could bring you some material security, and Fortuna Major suggests that it will likely be successful. Queen of Wands is the next one. We have one from the court here. So one from they're all from the major arcana, but I separate out the court. Court's a funny area of the tarot. You're dealing with people at 4 stages of life. Students, the knights, which are older, and then the queen, and then the king. There's no numbers associated with them. And it can either indicate yourself on the card, or it can indicate someone coming into your life to help you, maybe, or to give you advice, maybe, or it could indicate the qualities of the person themselves. So the queen's going to be of wands, very fiery. We see her sitting on her throne. We see the lions above there on the back part, the drape that's behind her throne. She's holding a sunflower, which is a plant of the fire realm, basically, is a fire element plant. We see the lions here on her throne here. She's got a lot of power, got a lot of will, got a lot of energy. She's talented, she's successful, she's strict, but she's very generous as well. You see the 3 pyramids here on the side. So it shows, that kind of shows her higher stature. And then you see the cats, her little familiar sitting right there, looking at everybody like, what do you want? What do you want from my queen? She's sort of guarding her there. In fact, out of the whole card, I love the cat the most. But basically what this could mean here is you could either be this new manifestation you're going to have. It could really come from you. You could be the one leading the way on it. You could be an entrepreneur. You could be a business owner. You could be someone in charge, or it just represents your talents, that you have the talent to achieve what you need to achieve. Or she could be somebody that you reach out to for some advice. Maybe, again, if you're considering starting a new business, for example, you may need some advice from someone who already is one and that can give you. So it could be a relative, it could be someone you know, but she could be just a trusted advisor, that helps you kind of get things in order, gets you thinking in a creative way. And in other words, maybe she's the one that will give you some creative solutions that will help you on that path. So you could look at it both ways, either embracing that sort of persona within, where you're the one in charge, you're the one that's gonna be calling the shots of all of this. It could indicate that, or again, someone that you reach out to. But in the final analysis, we come to the 9 of Cups, and here we see a guy very jolly. He's sitting there on a bench. You see a curved wall behind him of some kind with a blue drape over it. You see the face of the card is all yellow here. So it implies, vitality. It implies happiness. The sun is returned. The light is returned. Everything is clear. And then you see 9 cups sitting above him. He's got a red hat on. So there's a little bit of fire element here that brought him to where he is. But this is a suit of cups, so it's emotions. It's emotional satisfaction. So whatever has happened here in terms of whatever's going to manifest here that is going to hopefully be successful, at least Fortuna Major would suggest that the outcome will be successful. The new path is opening. You either possess the talent within to motivate yourself to make it all happen, or you reach out to someone who can help you find creative solutions for that. But in the final analysis, at the end of things, 9 is about endings and completion. It's also about spirituality and generosity. And of course, there's some generosity here with this person here, with the Queen. But you've achieved not only some maybe some good fortune materially out of it. It was something positive happened from it, but you also achieved some emotional satisfaction. Too often we end up in jobs where, or situations where, I might make some money out of it, but I don't really like what I'm doing. I don't really feel like that's something I want to continue doing, or, it's just almost like, what's it really worth in the end? If you can't find, and blend the two, where you're blending some kind of, will with emotion, basically, to manifest what you need to, but to be happy about it in the process. So it sounds like whatever this is, will either bring you fulfillment at home, emotional fulfillment in your personal life, in your home life, with pentacles, or it could be something that whatever you're going to manifest in your life will not only bring material security, but also emotional satisfaction. So if that's resonating for you today, just realize that embrace your own talent, reach out to someone if you need to, and for a little bit of support, or just to run stuff by the person and say, am I on the right path? Am I on the right track? And then if that person has something to offer, then see how that can fit with what you're doing. And try it out a little bit and see if that is really going to work for you. Because you're really the only one that's going to ultimately know that. I mean, lots of people can offer advice, and you know how that is. But if you seek somebody out, they may have something that they've experienced that they share with you that you can then apply to this situation. So, don't give up. Don't, just don't think it's, oh, well, it's a silly thing for me to even want to do something like that. This could be something where the energy's right for it. You don't know. You don't know until you try. And if it's going to bring some additional material security at home, all the better. But even more so than that, if you can find emotional satisfaction from it, to actually feel good about what you're doing, and also to have it be lucrative as well, that's a win-win either way. So worth at least exploring anyway on this new path that may be opening for you here. So that's it. That's all I have on this really foggy day. And I don't know. I don't think we're going anywhere today. I think it's just because this stuff doesn't leave. It just hangs. And I don't know. There's probably some inversion keeping it in or something. That's always fun, especially when the fires start in the summertime and the smoke just hangs. That's not good at all. But with the fog, I don't know. It's kind of cool. I like foggy days. We don't get them much here, and so when we do, I think it's just evidence of our climate changing. In fact, I read a thing where it shows the, you know how when you get some seeds and you have to, wherever zone you live in, you have to make sure that they'll grow in your zone. Well, we used to be in zone 5 up here at 3,000 feet above sea level. We used to be at zone 5. Now we're at zone 6 in there. And that's, I think, why we got so many apples this year on the trees. And I think that's why we got so many apricots, because we don't normally get apricots. They usually freeze. When the blooms come on, we'll get a frost and that's it. Well, that's not happening, and that hasn't happened now for a couple of years, and we've noticed it. I think the climate's changing here, so especially, and then that just confirmed it. So check your zones, especially if you've got harsh climate where you are. If things are starting to feel different to you, if you grow a garden, maybe they are. I know they are here, and so whatever that means, I don't know. More new bugs coming out, maybe, I don't know. I wish I won't like that. But anyway, that's maybe why we're getting as much fog as we are, because it just seems to just sit here and it doesn't go anywhere. And like I say, it's kind of cool, but it just makes it dampy cold, and I like dry cold. I don't like dampy cold. So anyway, makes everything hurt. So anyhow, thanks for watching. The stuff's up on the blog over at Stepping Aside. The address there is imsteppingaside.com. If you forget, click on more below the video and a window will open and it'll be right there, along with, just scroll down. If you go down to the bottom, you see wherever I am on social media. Finally got my blue sky code. I'm on that now. So I don't know. I'm everywhere. It's an addiction, I think. I don't know. I just like to see what people have to say. That's all, But anyway, plus, you get a lot of news on it, and you can find out what's going on maybe before, your cable news channel says something about it or whatever. But anyway, there's that. And so you can follow me over on any of those places. I usually follow back unless I just don't see it. I also post my stuff over on Patreon and let's see, Patreon, Medium, and Substack. I put stuff there, not everything, but a few things I'll put up over there. And then I have this place. So anyway, I hope you'll click subscribe, give it a like, and come back on Thursday for another edition of As Above, So Below. Be good to yourself, be good to one another, and blessed be.